and see. All right, this is going to be my first stream. I'm just testing it out. Oh, actually, not the first stream. First stream in this series. I'm trying out a new marketing tactic. Got inspired by two different guys actually. I forgot the names of these YouTubers, but one is Bridgemind, and there was another one more person who is doing the streams. So I'm going to try growing the channel with growing the SaaS using streams. So that's the idea. Just listening to the stream on the phone. The stream on the phone. And completely a noob, completely a noob when it comes to these things. And it's also very hot. I'm in Vietnam. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. So, what has it been doing? It's my Cloud Code has been creating thumbnail for the live stream. So, what has it come back with? Let's see. I will explain the system in a bit. I use Obsidian to manage all my projects. All right. Okay, these are not bad thumbnails. Maybe this. Oh, it's very slow. Now, how do I add a thumbnail post starting to stream? That is the question. Maybe I can use YouTube. See, I've been watching his streams. Let's see. I just realized that I haven't shared all the screens with you guys. So, live thumbnail. Yeah. All right. Thumbnail created. Working on live stream thumbnail. I have updated the thumbnail now. And skills import feasibility report. Let's see what it has come up with. So I have two parts of the system. The SaaS that I'm working on is, let me share that as well. Maybe I can. What is this? How do I? Chrome. Don't need my editor. Where is Chrome? I can't find Chrome. Yay! Let's close everything that we don't actually need. Codecs, maybe may need. WhatsApp, we don't need. We don't need. Let's see. Brand Brain app. So this is the SaaS that I'm developing. It's basically started back in July. I basically what it is that I've tried to make OpenClaw for content management. Basically, that's what it is, but it's a team of AI employees. So if I log in, that's basically it. You have the chat, the content review panel over here. Then you have the script. Then you can review that. Where do we start? We need a project to work on actually. Maybe I can show you guys what the project is about first. So basically what it is that I have a few agents working in the background that can find trends and convert them into content, for example. And also I can actually look for content here, and maybe I have no idea if this will work. I haven't been working on this feature for a while, so maybe I'll say, I don't know, GPT 5.4. All right, okay, so it finds all the outliers there. Still working, yay. PhD math. Don't know which one. Again, no, that's a trending outlier, 10K views, and before a channel that has 823 subscribers, that's actually sounds like a good one to repurpose. So use the idea. So that will basically send that prompt to the agent, and the agent will get the transcript. Can you actually hear me? I didn't actually check. Okay. All right. So what it is doing is it's thinking through, and it's actually doing its own research. So what the prompt that is being sent is use the viral content idea and create multiple content pieces to cover the topic comprehensively. So it's basically get the transcript and see what it is talking about, and then it does its own custom research to add more information to it. And then it should create content pieces from that. All right, what does it need now? OpenClaw acquisition. What is that about? Oh, okay, OpenAI. All right, OpenAI. I didn't know they got acquired. I know the main guy joining OpenAI. What's it doing now? So it's drafting a X thread. You can also see the agent working here. If you go to conversations, you can see that that page is a bit slow. That may need Fixing. Yeah. Multiple individual tweets with different angles. That's what it went for. Okay, it's fine. A comprehensive thread about GPT 5.4. Okay, there's a thread, and then there are multiple individual tweets and a LinkedIn post and an Instagram reel. So all these are basically I do platform connections here. So I have tested with Threads, X, and LinkedIn. Instagram is also connected. I don't know why it is saying. Maybe okay. Maybe the token had expired. But this is invite only at the moment because I haven't submitted the app for review yet. I probably should do that. But you can, um, you know, apply. You can, if you click that button, it will send me a request, and then I will add manually to the Instagram process. That's how that works for the current users. It's still running. Oh no, it's finished. So let's see the. So what it does is, oh, that is an issue. Two of them. You have the threads here, and what it does is the more you interact with it, the preferences get saved, and it learns your voice and your preferences, etc., which again is saved in the memory. It's not a vector storage; it's more like cloud code. It saves in different files, but per user. It's not really a file; it's in a database. So what happens here is that this is the preference memory. You can actually see that all the preferences that it had captured for all infographic and image generation requests use a hand-drawn bullet journal visual bliss style. I'm not explicitly asking it to do all this, but it infers from my request. The more I chat with it, if it sounds like a rule, it captures it. That's how that works. But also, I do also have, I don't know if it works. It's not accessible to everyone, but these are agent memories. If that works. So all the strategies, what the agent learns, they go there. It's a bit slow. There is no proper front end for it. Yeah, if it loads, I will show you guys. Is there a way to? I just realized that I removed myself from. I'm not sure why I'm not appearing on the stream though. Ah, I am there probably. Yeah, I'm there. I'm just. So this is not the way to do it then. Okay. Uh-huh. I think I need to switch the scenes. How do I do that? Okay, that is blocked by Cloudflare. I just have to bring me. Just have to bring me up. Yeah. And what happens if I switch to the terminal? Does it change? Not really. That's interesting. All right. Anyway, I have to figure out how to set up the chat, etc. That's not the best setup actually. The question remains, how do I see the chat here? All right, skills import feasibility. So Yeah, that's basically what the app is about. So if I go back to that one there, let's go to a LinkedIn page. I haven't actually, I just spent time understanding GPT-5.4 and what OpenAI released is genuinely different. I'm just going to do a fact check on that. I'm also seeing why is that appearing there. It cannot always rely these models. I'm not really sure which model I'm using, so let me see. If I go to admin, uh, configuration, M2.5, I'm going to use Minimax. You can also use OpenAI, but this is a fraction of the cost and much faster. Okay, how do you, let's see, make it more engaging? More engaging. I also want to remove that. Remove that. Don't want that. That's weird. That's how you can do that, those kind of edits as well. And I'll show you how to generate an image as well here. Create an Excalibur like image, but with all the with descriptive explanations and diagrams for this LinkedIn post. Exca- Exc- I don't know what it will Excalibur. Oh, actually, yeah, it Excalibur like image. I believe they mean an Excalibur style diagram sketchnote image. All right, creating the image. So this one is using Nano Banana to create the image, and it should attach it to it. Where's the image? All right, that's not so bad actually. It looks those one of those kawaii like diagrams. Chatbots that talk to agents that do. Chatbot agents, voice will be GPT-5.4 agents that do. Spreadsheet modeling. I have no idea what this image actually trying to say. It has tried to add the information there, but doesn't actually mean anything. Focus on the descriptions of GPT-5.4 and the stats and the capabilities. Describe that with the diagrams and Excalibur like image in that style, but remove the open claw acquisition theory and the concept of chatbots that talk to agents that do. Just focus on GPT-5.4 computer use capabilities and yeah, just that. Yeah, that's a better image, I think. Computer GPT-5.4 computer use capabilities. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so I'll have to test it. It still works. So I'm gonna say schedule this to go out to LinkedIn in about 2 minutes. So this is the part I have to make sure it still works. Let's see if it gets scheduled in our schedule. Huh. Oh, this is a difference. I had already one post. Okay, that is scheduled to go in about two minutes actually. So I can actually unschedule this maybe. All right, let's see if it goes to my LinkedIn. So if you're not there already, make sure you follow me on LinkedIn. Where do I go? My post. It is working. No, this I manually posted it, I think, earlier today. So I should see it being scheduled now or published now. So if I go to published, will I see it? Not yet. Let's see now. That doesn't look like it is working. What's happening? I'll have to check. All right, I'm just going to tell my agents. I was just trying to publish a post to LinkedIn through BrandBrain app, but it doesn't seem to be getting fired. It doesn't get triggered. Can you check my logs on Coolify and see what's happening? Do I need to renew the connection? What's happening? It used to work, but it seems to be broken now. So what happens is basically I have this Telegram chat as my mission control. And what it does is it goes to the Cloud Agent Teams here. That should appear here. that message in about 30 seconds, and then it should relay that it should start a teammate basically to fix it. So that is the setup. Let's see if that is working correctly. Yep. Now that is those are the compliance checks. And to manually do it because it doesn't seem to. It takes a while, I think. I think I have set it to like a minute or something. All right. For some reason, internet is very slow in Vietnam today. All right, now it is detecting it. There's a new voice message. Let me fetch and transcribe it. Yeah, it is so slow today. I have no idea why. Yep, I need to switch to a different network. I may lose you for a while. Yeah, it's spawning the teammate now. It's so slow today, though. Yeah, we'll check my Coolify and Dev workflow. That should give an idea. Starting, getting some notifications. Starting brand brain LinkedIn posting debug, checking Coolify logs and code base now. So Let's see what it says. Critical finding the logs now show scheduled content but no published execution logs. The scheduler is not triggering. Let me find the scheduling mechanism. I think I know what's the issue because I moved from Nixpacks to Docker. So that may not be the so the node cron might not be executing correctly. Let me say that too. We did change from Nixpacks to Docker in the last week. Could that be the issue? Because it was working on Node cron. Maybe something changed. Let's fire that in there. Well, it'll take some time because this is a teammate here. The Telegram messages go to the team lead, so it will wait for the teammate. It's already figured out what the problem is. It's probably not because of the Docker, probably. I didn't have to tell it. It actually identified it. There was a recent switch to from Nixpacks to Docker. How does it know though? Where is that? Maybe it's using the new Cloud Code memory system. Oh, it knows somehow. Docker migration is likely the culprit. Okay. I may go back to Nixpacks though if that's not working. Yeah, if that doesn't work, I will go back to Nixpacks. So I'm using Opus for everything, Opus 4.6. So hopefully it should work in one shot. All right, sending me more messages. Let's see. Brand Brain, LinkedIn posting root cause found. The scheduled post cron service is not starting on the server. Here is why. Problem. The set server startup.ts has a module level set timeout that auto initializes, but it's only imported via dynamic await import. Okay. In Next.js standalone mode after the Docker migration. Okay, that's it. The modules are lazy loaded. Since nothing hits API health on startup, the cron service never starts. That is actually accurate, I think. I, yeah, I can see why that won't work. Because it has to hit that health endpoint for it to initialize fully. That's what actually checks for all the cron services, everything, all the background services have been initialized properly. That's what that's the it's the health endpoint that checks for that. Likely trigger. So maybe if I just revert that trigger and go back to Nixpacks. But we'll see if it fixes on Docker, then it's fine. Oh, it's okay, giving me a heartbeat. All right. What should I do here? I'll just say, go ahead and fix this. Go ahead and fix this using instrumentation JS. Um, Not sure it will work. I remember we trying this before, but then it was on Nix packs. Maybe it will work on Docker. So you can see. You can try though. All right. Are there any more bugs? It should though. If I manually publish it, that should work. So let's try that. Let's try that. If um yeah, let's see if that works. No, that also is failing. So there is an underlying issue there. It looks like the manual publish also is failing. Can you have a look? All right, what is it doing now? Hmm, evidence. Okay, there we have one teammate working. It should. Yeah, it's still not using the one. I haven't enabled the 1 million contacts because that is so expensive. So it does compact every now and then the team lead. But it's a cool feature though. I like it. Coolify deployment triggered. So it should. Okay, so it did make the fixes. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, LinkedIn token is expired. All right, I just have to reconnect it then. Yeah, I do need to implement some sort of notification that will send to users when their LinkedIn connection is about to expire to renew it. Yeah, because I think it's only valid for maybe 90 days. There is a way to automatically renew it. I still haven't implemented that without user intervention. I think it's like a refresh token every before the old token expires. I can just run that to get a new token. I think usually there is some kind of some kind of mechanism to do that. But for this, now I will just go to platforms and try to reconnect. Oh no, do I need to go through all this again? All right, looks like it connected. So maybe the manual publish may work now. Yep, that seems to go through. Let's see if we have that on our LinkedIn. Yeah, so that is there. So since I started using my own thing to grow my LinkedIn, I have grown on LinkedIn. The other channels, not so much. Maybe I need to create new accounts. I don't know. For some, I have been using very old accounts with like Instagram and X. I think if I use a new account, that may work there as well. Uh, create brand accounts rather than using personal accounts. Here, yeah. So if I go to, let's see if it is properly done. Yep. If I go to my analytics, what does it say? So if I do 90 days, yeah, it shot up here, like gave me like 14. That's actually not bad. 20,000 impressions on LinkedIn. So I have a few options. I'm not pivoting to just LinkedIn, but something happened here. I think I stopped posting for a while, then it kind of flatlined since last week. Yeah, it's probably because of this LinkedIn bug. It stopped posting. All right, what is it saying? Found the real issue for manual publish. Token is expired. That's already fixed, but I should make a note of. Can you add something to the backlog that we need to send reminders to users before their tokens expire across platforms, or get a new token using some sort of refresh mechanism? Add it to the backlog. So that should go to my backlog in Obsidian, which is should go to here. There should go archives, projects, backlog. Yep, we have brand brain token expiry reminders. Users get an email in-app notification, backlog node started. Right, okay, so that is recorded. Now, let's see if our Coolify deployment is still going on. Yep, it's still going on. You may need to test with a new. content piece. While that is working, maybe we can try to do an Instagram reel. I need to fix this as well. So what we need to do is we need to remove the sidebar trigger from the content panel. I'll just say, can you add this bug to active projects and fix it? So basically, on the content panel in Chat V3, we have two sidebar triggers. The sidebar trigger in on the content panel needs to be removed. The global one can stay. So basically, we have two sidebar triggers appearing there. Let's see if it will figure it out. And what else is there? So while that is working, we can maybe try to OpenAI just released. I don't think this is relevant for this reel, but what really matters is what this means for our feature. We are no longer talking about chatbots that can answer questions. We are building agents that do actually work. Okay, I'll just remove that manually here. We'll see. I'll see if I can instant improve it. We'll see how what it comes back with if that is working. All right, fact check complete. Hook is weak. All right, okay. Improved version, stronger hook. So the next thing that I need to do is that every time I have to, so it basically works like OpenClaw. We have scheduled um, actions here. I don't know if I have enabled it. We have task system here. So it's basically agent tasks. You can define tasks for agents and then it triggers. But you need to be careful because if you're using like a bigger model and it doesn't have a subscription attached to it yet, uh, and if you keep it running, that will accrue a lot of costs. So I do need to implement some sort of wake up mechanism and work for a couple of hours and then shut down, something like that. But and if I when I enable that, I can actually tell it instead of me going through all the content and clicking on instant improve, I can actually run a task for instant improving and clearing my content pipeline. So why this will perform? Okay, this has it has already edited it. Well, let's try creating. Let's try one of these voices. Don't know if you will be able to hear these. These are my own voice samples. So
OpenAI is slowing hiring, not because of
yeah, that's
downturn.
one of my friends. Yeah, that too. Huh. These are all empty. What is it saying now? Duplicate sidebar trigger bug on content panel in chat v3. Spawned a teammate to investigate and fix. So let's see if it is doing everything correctly. Yeah, it's remove the sidebar trigger. Starting work on duplicate sidebar trigger. Cron fix verified working in production. So that should work now. We'll check it in a minute. Settings connection. Okay, I'll just say code. I have already reconnected LinkedIn, so this should work already. Yeah, I'll just say that. In fact, this is actually working. I just tested publishing manually, so you can close that bug. Well, I didn't actually haven't actually tested it. Well, I have tested the manual publish. Heartbeat. Okay, going back to this. I'm not sure why this is not. Most AI assistants
Right.
just
Okay.
chat with you. Moldbot. Let me check if you can hear this as well. Most AI assistants just chat with you. All right. Okay, that's my. You can actually hear my computer audio. That is good. Uh, so I'm going to use my own voice. What I do is, so you can upload your. You can just talk like this and read the first few lines, something like this. If I microphone in use, this new AI can literally control your computer. I'm not talking about giving it prompts. I'm talking about it opening apps, clicking buttons, writing code. Then I'll stop that. Ooh, okay. So this is a usability issue. Now I don't know where it went once I recorded it. Let's see.
OpenAI is
No, it's this one probably. Microsoft just turned your. Huh? Didn't even save it. So that's a bug. Let me just refresh it and maybe it will appear. Microsoft just turned your computer in. Microsoft just turned your computer into a data chauffeur, and it happened inside the kernel. Let me start over actually. I probably may need to actually fix it, but let's see if the real creation itself is working. How will I test this though? I may test this. I'll actually do this first and then we will clear all of this and try to implement it. Maybe we will log in as a different user. Okay. Let's most AI. All right, generate audio. We'll see. So it is generating. What happens if I refresh it? Does it go back to the old state? No, it persists that generating state, which is actually good. Yeah, I've was struggling with this before. Then I moved to Convex and just that part, not the whole app. Like for these real-time updates, all that data is in Convex, so that is more or less that those are real-time. Uh, yeah, I'm moving parts of this app to Convex. Okay, while that is working, let's see what our agents are doing. Fix commit and pushing, removed duplicate. All right, okay, that may be a problem. Why, if the server restarts, still going, is it? Oh no, it's a second deployment. Okay, that's fine. The first one is for the instrumentation, and that's working. Second one is for the sidebar trigger. All right. We can test the other one actually, the publishing thing. So let me go back to another piece of content here. And maybe what was another news? AI news. AI news last week. Find outliers. What is this? Unrestricted AI in a robot does exactly what experts want. Hmm. They solved AI hallucinations. That is trending. 245K views. Well, that's a big channel though. Uh, let's see if there's a small channel. 1 million, 1 million. Oh, these are all big channels. Maybe last month. Yeah, I need to fix this as well. I want to exclude all the shorts. Opus 4.6, nobody's ready. Now I want to do, I think, Cloud remote control. That was a topic, right? Cloud remote control. Actually, I can ask my agents to open a new one. I can ask it here. Create content calendar. Find trending on Reddit. I don't know. I used to like the content on Reddit, but most of the content on Reddit is actually AI bots now. So they are not actually factually. I don't know whether it is factually accurate, but it's not. It's all synthetic content. A lot of it. Find new content. Let's see what it does. Find new topics. So this is basically how once you sign up, you have to go through an onboarding process, and after that, it reads your content calendar here. You can see here, and then it strategizes like what's in your content calendar. So I have cleared my content calendar like yesterday or something. So I don't have much here. Uh, so it figures out what is in my calendar. So if I go here, there's nothing in there because yeah, actually, I can actually put this here to see if my LinkedIn issue is actually fixed. So that should be green. All right. Okay. While that is working, so it should, what is it doing? Let me analyze the context I have gathered. So basically, it goes through my products and finds angles to, you can promote your products as well. You just have to add your products here. I have two. This is a wait list for me. So this usually goes to LinkedIn as educational content. This is me um, promoting the app itself on LinkedIn. Right, you can't hear my mic volume is low. I have no idea. This is my first ever stream. So let's how do I do that? Motive mix. Hello. Can you hear this? Okay, that's low. Okay. So if I yeah, I've enabled that. But if I go to motive mix, far tone, where do I increase the, it's full on my mic. Interesting. Manual. Is it any better? Yeah, it's actually not great. That is full. Why still not picking it up? That is interesting. Maybe. That is full. Why still not picking it up? That's interesting. Hello? Yeah. Right. Maybe I'll try to speak directly a little bit down there. Maybe that works. Maybe that works. Maybe it's better. Let me check. Try to speak. Yep. All right. Okay. Right. All right. If you still can't hear me, let me know. This is, bear in mind, this is my first stream. I have done one previous stream, like last year, and then quit. So, what am I doing? That's a fair question. I am trying to build this SaaS and market it. That's basically what it is. Um, this is a SaaS for distributing content across all platforms. I'm adding more and more platforms. Currently, you can post to Threads, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So, Instagram, you can create avatar videos, things like that. But I do have to work on some of the bugs. I just noticed that the agents, so it's basically an AI content team, basically AI employees with that run in the background and strategizers that strategize your content, things like that. I do have to. Oh my! This one is still running. Finding new topics. I do have to remove the NA10 things because I have pivoted my niche to Cloud Code, and yeah, all right. So let me. I'll have to tell it that. Maybe I have to clean up my preferences a little bit. I can run another agent. If I go to chat, update preferences, and while that is running, aha. All right, let's start over. Yeah, depending on the model you choose, sometimes the tool calls fail. I should probably implement a recovery mechanism for that though. Yeah, that is still failing. So I am going to copy that and give that to. There's a new problem sometimes happening whenever I chat to an agent in Chat V3. Uh, it could be because of the API from OpenRouter, but can you check the logs what's happening here? And then I will send that. And that should go to the lead and spawn a new teammate. Okay, now we did add our in our content calendar content review, no, schedule calendar. Did that? No, it's still not there. Threads also probably we need to reconnect. So let's reconnect and see if that will work. All right. Okay. Yeah. There's now another thing that I want to add is multi-account mechanism, but I want more users first before doing any more development there. So that's why I'm putting that off. Basically for agency clients or even for individual creators. For example, if you're selling like a digital product, you may need multiple influencer accounts that you want to nurture. So multi-account system also will come soon. So once we fix this, we will go fix our landing page, I think, to make it. Actually, I can actually issue that now. Can you actually create a new project for fixing our landing page messaging? Add it as a new project and track activities in that project. Um, Go through the landing page first and our capabilities of the platform, BrandBrain platform. This is for BrandBrain. And see if the messaging is clear, because it's not very clear. Because if you, I have noticed in post hoc analytics that people just land on the landing page, but they appear confused. So they obviously the landing page messaging is not where it should be. While that is working, we can test the threads. Maybe I can go to timeline, TikTok. I do need to connect TikTok as well. Failed. Yeah, it has that M dash. Yeah. Okay. So I need to check that as well. So the basically the Docker migration broke publishing. All right. Okay. This is why I probably need tests. Okay. Not that. What? Who is controlling my computer? Let's see. We have another bug. Maybe we can create a bug project. So the bug is that, or maybe we don't need the bug, you can just fix it. Can you check in the logs that why threads publishing is failing? I did reconnect to my threads account now. So check that from the logs. That should go and spawn another teammate. Okay, so this one is doing the landing page audit. What is it saying? Got it. Checking threads, publishing logs now. Okay. All right. So my OpenClaw on my other Mac. Yeah, forget about it. It's not really. I didn't find it. My cloud system agents are much more effective, I think, especially with the cloud subscription. But I don't know why I'm talking about the OpenClaw. Let's see. Let's open YouTube. All right, landing page audit complete. Let's see. Open with preview. Okay, what is it? Landing page audit, section by section analysis. Weak buries the lead. What does that mean? Stop the content treadmill. Brand range only egg, and that's actually not true. I don't know whether it is true. Is AI content platform is the wrong positioning. Explicitly rejected in capabilities doc. Should be marketing on autopilot. Learns your unique voice is the differentiator. 4. Being treated as number one. The real hook. Autonomous agents that run marketing without you is completely absent. Content treadmill pain point is generic. Every AI writing tool uses this framing. Okay, fine. Problem section decent. Content takes forever. AI sound generic. Completely missing auto-wake agents, trend research agents, strategy agents, multi-agent collaboration. Telegram control manage from phone, that is missing. Yeah, it's been a while since I updated my landing page. Founder story is good. Write once, adapt everywhere is clear. I'm just going to say, like, I have the avatar automation as well there. So I think we can include in the landing page our avatar generation from a single image and voice cloning as well. That is not mentioned in the report, audit report. Maybe you can think about how to integrate that as well into the offer, the landing page offer, and compile a new report. Also track this report in the new project that we created. Link to the Obsidian project. All right. So okay, while that is working, yeah, internet is slow in Vietnam today. I have no idea why. Or maybe it is the API that is slow and some issue with the with Anthropic. Okay. That teammate is spawning. Let's see what the prompt is. Okay, it's just doing the audit the second time. Fine. Uh, but I don't see the response to threads. Yeah, okay. No errors found. The logs show threads content creation working. Okay, that is not what. Okay, let's maybe I did something wrong. No, still not working. So the thread publishing is still not working. I just tried publishing manually. There is something happening. Check the logs, and if there are no logs, add logs to the code for the threads publisher and see if you can detect anything there. You can also check, you have the, I think you may have access to the tokens, test tokens, so you can actually test the publisher without actually independently as well, without actually going through the app, if that helps. All right, okay. What else are we doing? So the audio should have been completed by now. Let's see. Right, the audio was generated for this reel. I do want to refresh it to see the double. Okay, that is gone now. Double trigger problem is fixed. So basically this sidebar trigger was appearing twice, and I do need to, is preferences manager, fact check verification, GPT while, okay, this is the conversation, I think. So if I load that again, yeah, that is not fixed. But anyway, let's test this. Um, all right, okay, so
This new AI can literally control your computer. I'm not talking about giving it prompts. I'm talking about it opening apps, clicking buttons, writing code, and completing tasks on its own. The benchmarks are insane. On OSWorld Verified, which tests how well AI can use computers, GPT 5.4 hits 75% accuracy. Humans scored
it's a
72.4%.
bit
This is
robotic.
the first time an AI has actually outperformed people at computer work. We're not building chatbots anymore. We're building AI that can actually do the work. Try it yourself and see what you think. Follow for more.
I will actually use a built-in voice. Yeah, yeah, I should just use a better audio sample for that. This is fine, but it's very low, bad audio quality because the sample had background noise. It's also replicating the background noise. Okay, let's select that or not. Select that. Let's select that and see if this is still working. Okay, this will take about 15 minutes. Hopefully, it works. So this is basically cloning. You create avatars here, and then you take your photo. As a friend of mine, you take a photo here, and you can start the camera, and then capture and upload. Image is required. Why is that? Okay, okay, that's also broken. I need to fix that as well. Um, can you open a new bug project where I'm not able to upload a photo captured from the avatars page? Check the logs now or see what's happening. Uh, Add it as a bug fix. Maybe it's a Chrome thing. I think I had encountered this before, but check in the code if there is something suspicious. So that should create a new bug project. And while that is running, what did it come back with? Brand brain landing page audit. Let's see what it is saying. All right, okay. The threads publisher call social connection repository update method. So that's a different bug it is working on. I see only one teammate. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with micromanaging it. I'll just say see if you can autonomously fix it, correct it and deploy and fix it. If you can fix it with a local instance, that'd be faster. I'm not sure how you're going to do it. If you can figure out a way to do it locally, I think you can access my database and get my token that way, but it's encrypted. No, it's not encrypted. It's encrypted, but there's a salt. Check how it is done, and if you can test it locally, that will be faster. If not, fix it, deploy it, and iterate on it until it is fixed. And publish a test post to see if it is working. I may need to tell it this directly because it can't. The sidebar trigger problem is still there. I still see the two sidebar triggers, one outside and one inside on the content panel. The one on the content panel should be hidden. See if you can. Okay, that's the Telegram message going in. And if you're interested in this setup, let me know. I will actually put this on GitHub or somewhere. Oh, I should have actually published it to my school that I am doing a live stream for the first time if they want to join. Right, what is it saying now? Spawn a dedicated teammate to fix threads autonomously. They will fix the update, save bug, and enhanced logging. Try local testing if possible. Deploy and verify with a test post. We'll sit on it until it's confirmed working. Don't forget to track your activities in the relevant bug project so that I can review it, what you are doing from time to time, if and take corrective actions if needed. I guess it's already deployed. What is it working on? Threads publishing fix. Refresh token calls non-existent update method. Undefined error. Insufficient logging. Investigation notes. Okay. Landing page messaging fix. That is this. Okay, we haven't. Let's read the report. Page audit. I think that's the latest one. Nope. I want this. Landing page is an identity crisis. It positions BrandBrain as a content creation tool that learns your voice, while the actual product is an autonomous AI agent platform with capabilities most competitors can't touch. Auto wake agents, Telegram control are the two biggest missing features. Right. New feature deep dive. Avatar generation from a single image, Nana Banana 2. Oh, we are not using these are all legacy. User uploads one photo, get talking head videos, real time progress monitoring during generation, building. That may require some planning, so I may have to do some back and forth rather than trying and give a solid plan. Create video content without ever being on camera. Voice cloning. Huh. To do some competitive positioning analysis as well. Critical. Rewrite hero around autonomy. Landing page is selling a bicycle when BrandBrain is actually a self-driving car. The avatar plus voice capabilities make this gap even wider. Well, the thing is, right, it's not polished, so I'm a bit apprehensive about it works, it's not polished, but it works. All right, there is a conversion problem actually, so I'll go ahead and say reply to that. Can you go ahead and implement this, spawn a new teammate? Some of the only we are running our own GPU, only the run pod, but don't leak any of the internal details on the landing page. Just keep the messaging user friendly and digestible, and use the best copywriting practices. Don't be too technical. This is for normal people. Hmm. That's landing paging messaging fix it has created. So how it works is my agentic system, or how I set it up, is that for any bug fix or anything like that, it creates a project here and then it tracks it. So a lot of the memory problem, it is automatically solved because it tracks through these markdown files. Cloud Code is very good at working with the file system. I need to work on these auto wake agents as well. We may need some screenshots for that either as well, how it works. So what that is that for Telegram, I have another bot here. That is the BrandBrain now. That's the BrandBrain bot. So basically I can, manage my content team from Telegram, similar to OpenClaw. Um, but there are improvements that can be made. All right, let's see if our video is generated. What happened to our video? All right, that may not be okay. This is the one. Refresh it. It is stuck. Or is it still generating? I think it is still generating. Yeah, it's only been 10 minutes, 11 minutes. So there is a cold startup. So how this works is that I have a GPU hosted on RunPod. Pretty straightforward. And that is what generates these avatar videos. Deployment complete. Deployment complete, test post, attempted result. The threads token is expired. All right, let's try with the platform connections, threads, where's threads? Reconnect. All right, that's connected. And go to schedule, go to failed, and try to publish it. Nope, it's still not working. So I need to tell it. So I just reconnected my threads account. I still am not uh, able to post it manually. It did go through the entire flow of reconnecting to threads account. It should it should actually publish it to my account when I try to manually publish it, but it's not working. So can you, this should be in the logs now. And so can you check the logs and fix it? Checking Qualify logs for the threads publisher errors, starting threads publishing debug. Where are the teammates? I don't see any teammates. Are you sure that you have spawned the teammates? I don't see anything on the Tmux pane. Hmm, this is the old one though. My usage is at 50% already. Oh my god. All right, okay. Teammates are running as background agents. Okay, that is not what I need. So I need to change that skill. Uh, Make this an absolute rule. Do not run background agents in an agent team's environment. Always spawn a new teammate because it will get a fresh context. Remember this. If you want to also optimize the dev workflow with the description so that it actually fires, that the skill actually fires during coding tasks. Use the skill creator skill to optimize that skill. So if you guys don't know, this is a new update for skills. So I've been rewriting my skills using the new skill creator, which is basically, I think I did actually do a video on this skill creator skill. Yeah, it's this one. They've improved it. It actually makes your skills better and makes it fire at the right times. Like half the time before the skill, before this optimization, the skills wouldn't fire. And you can also run evals on your skills. So that you know if your skills are making things worse or better. All right, let's see if we can run our landing page locally. So that will be code brand brain apps brand brain dev. I think I have to dev next. I forgot actually. What it? I think it's just dev next. Nope. 3. Okay. Probably is a different app. I'll test it on directly on production. What is this happening here? Something broke. I'll just say. I'm not able to start the app here. Fix it. Okay. This is how AI makes you lazy. So it has rewritten the landing page. Let's see if it is actually working. Why is it not loading? Mm, yeah, is it running Turbo Pack or not? It is running. Why is it so slow? Yeah, since I migrated from Nixpacks to Docker. Yeah, there are issues after that migration. Your marketing runs itself. Yay, so that is changed. AI marketing team always on. Yeah, it's better, I think. AI agents research trends in a niche, write in your voice, create videos for you with your avatar, and publish across every platform. You just approve from your phone. Is that over promising? Technically, it all works. Well, now some of it is broken, but researcher, writer, publisher strategies. Actually, that's also not true. That's like there's like I don't know 30 plus different skills configured as agents. But this is a full marketing team, no hiring required. So team of specialized agents. That's true. Let's make sure. Okay, I need to replace this. This is an old video. Mm, one photo, your voice, unlimited video content. Skip the camera, your actual voice, two quality options. All right. Okay, that's fine. New post ready for LinkedIn. That's actually very accurate. That's not. How do I get my yeah, it's not really far off. Your agent sends you drafts on Telegram, approve it. Changes from no need to open a laptop. Upload, reject content with a quick reply. Get notified when trending hot topics hit your niche. Well, I have to enable it. Content takes forever. AI sounds generate. You know the trail. 20 plus hours. Yeah, okay. How brand brain works. Landing page messaging fix. What it has it done? Replace your marketing hire. Keep the budget. Marketing hire or VA. Oh, yeah, not bad. Real cost of doing it yourself. You control everything, run it from your phone. Common questions. Yeah, I think that's fine. Like, yeah, we can always add this. The only thing that I need to enable is the auto wake feature. And yeah, that is not really accurate, but that can be done in maybe a couple of hours. I'm onboarding everyone like personally now, so well, it's an MVP. All right, that is done. P0 and P1's complete. What is P1's? Where are the P0s? Hero section, P0s. P1's complete. What is P2? Output volume. Okay. Social proof. This is tricky. Tighten the copy throughout. Remove filler phrases. Every sentence should earn its place. The page is slightly long. Could cut 20. All right, I will just say, can you do this bit? Tighten the copy throughout and send to me the changes you will make for this on Telegram first. So if I add Claude. That should pick it up. All right. So that is fine. We can actually is it live also updated? Let's see. Brain app. Landing page now. Can you push the landing page fix to deploy that to live as well? Why have I why is it that I am not appearing on the screen? I have no idea why I'm not appearing. Maybe I need to restart OBS. All right, what do I do here? Uh, where am I? That is me. Okay, don't want that. There's a terminal, there's Telegram, there's my mic. I have disappeared somehow. All right, that's not it. Okay. what do I need to, what is it working on now? Let's see, landing page is already deployed and live. The commit, okay, is it? Don't see it. Okay, it's already live. Threads fix v3 done. Real root cause. When you reconnected threads, a new connection was created with a fresh token, but the publisher was blindly using connection 0. Okay, that makes sense. So let's try that again. If that fix is true, let's publish that. That should go through. Yes, sounds like, looks like it's working. Why is it so slow? All right, publish successfully. Threads net. Where is that? Yep, that's the post. So that is working. Now, did our LinkedIn post go through? Yeah, it looks like it did. Let's check LinkedIn. Yep, it did go through. So that's also fixed. Oh, that went through 42 minutes ago while we were working on this. Because that's also fixed. What else is there? Right, our avatar video. What's the status of that? Is it still working? Okay, I need to check that actually. That is a bit unusual. That is interesting. Let me check my. And what are the agents working on? Let's that's not it. I think this is it. So we did do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fixes done. I need to check my run pod. I'm going to restart my OBS, I think, because I can't see myself. Or maybe if I just add a new source, audio. Why? How's that working now? Okay. Yeah. All right. That's good enough, I think. Let me drag myself down. All right. Okay. Back to work. So, thread fix done. That is done. Okay. I can actually ask it to. Can you? The threads fix is working. I just published a thread post. Threads post. You can mark it as fixed and move the project. And also the landing page is also done. You can move that as well. Oh, actually keep the landing page in active project landing page modifications. You can move the threads fix that is done. LinkedIn is working correctly. That bug also you can mark as completed and move to completed that project. Let's see what else it is working on. Avatar video upload bug. What was the issue here? Fix applied JPEG compression? I have no idea what it is doing. Sometimes it just does things automatically. I prefer it actually to only that it maxes out my subscription. But if it can find out the bugs in the background and continuously deploy it, I prefer it. This is done. This should Reddit marketing video. Okay, it's moving all those projects as done. What is it saying now? Great news, making threads fix on LinkedIn cron fix as completed. Landing page stays active for further modifications, which is good. And now I need to fix the what do I need to fix? I need to fix the why. I need to have a look. Actually, I can ask it here. I kicked off a I know, I probably know why. I kicked off a avatar video creation about 40 minutes ago, but it is still showing me as processing generating. I think it may be because when we deployed the app in between, the status got lost, might have got lost. The connection between my whatever process is monitoring the progress, that may not have written the completed status of the generation. Can you look through the logs for the current deployment and previous couple of deployments today to look at the generation ID and see on run pod if that generation is actually finished or aborted or failed? Let me know. All right. What else we need? What else we need? Okay, I do need to actually make some content here. Do we need to keep these? I actually want to update my preference because it's still thinking that I think it is still adhering to that 248 characters or something. 248. Yeah, it's not honoring the fact that I have a premium subscription. So I may tell it here For the X content that you created, somehow my preference of somehow you are mistaking the character limit to be 248 or 250 characters. I think I do have a premium subscription, and are there any conflicting preferences for this, or what's happening here? Can you look into your memory and figure out how why this is happening? All right. Hmm, which one am I running? 2.0. Okay. Did it finish? Yeah, it says it is completed in 17 minutes. So it did finish. Okay, I should not have clicked on it. Let's tell it. Let's tell it. I think this is the request ID for my run pod creation. Um, is it possible? Is there any recovery mechanism that we can do if the server restarts, that the progress is not lost? Create a project to fix this and track it. All right. Let's. What are we doing now? So landing page is working. What else is left? That is working. I just want to make sure that the agent teammate is. This is interesting because I'm just going to ask it here. Why are you using background agents, not teammates? Are you not able to spawn teammates? This has been broken for a while. Yeah, it is. Yeah, there are still bugs in Cloud Code, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, if I try to select background task and I'm actually clicking enter there. All right, now we just started. I'll say, is there a way that you can ensure that this doesn't happen again in the future, either using a skill or some sort of, yeah, I think a skill would be appropriate there, but I don't think creating a skill is enough. You need to properly create it so that the skill triggers at the right time. Use skill creator to see which skills would be affected for this team teammate spawning, so that you wouldn't in the future use background agents but teammates, to make that as an absolute rule until I say otherwise. Found the stuck job status in MongoDB processing. The thing is, this should actually use Convex, not MongoDB. Uh-huh. This doesn't make sense because you started the job using the run pod API key. You're wrong in the assessment that the API key is invalid. It worked when you created the job. Maybe. actually tell it here. Are you sure that you use the right key for on production and you're not using the key from local to connect to the run pod service? Now creating project file and designing recovery mechanism. Let's see. Video generation recovery. All processing jobs are reconciled against RunPod API on server startup. Jobs that completed on RunPod during downtime have their video URLs persisted to convex. Jobs that failed on RunPod during downtime are marked as failed. In our case, the run pod job is actually complete and finished and is actually successful. It didn't actually fail. I think the server restart lost that tracking. All right, it's now picking up that tightening copy for landing page. I'm not sure about this though. Why would it mark the job as failed if server restarts? Shouldn't it reconnect to or download existing completed video? At least when the client and at least when the user lands on the avatar generation page, shouldn't it try to reconnect and then the status should be updated? Let's see. All right. Okay. What else is there? So we did the landing page, we did the publishing errors, we fixed that. We are working on the avatar generation. We did fix the avatar camera. What else do we need to do? I need to check the Telegram connection. Hello. Let's see if it comes back with a response. Okay, let's schedule. What is it saying now? Great question. You're right. The page should load. The page load should reconnect to run pod and get the real status. Investigating why it doesn't. When convex is enabled in prod, client-side polling is disabled. UI relies on convex subscriptions only. So when you load the page, it reads from convex, which shows stale processing, not from run pod directly. The get endpoint that checks. So if the convex function here has a live check with run pod, shouldn't that converge the results? Oh, it's actually fixed it. On server boot, finds all stuck processing queue jobs. Okay, that is complicating the implementation. Maybe not, because run pod will delete the videos after a while. So maybe that will also work. All right, let it work in the background. Let's move on to the next one. So the real question is increasing our customer base. Let's have a look at our analytics. All right, session replay. Yeah, I think we can work on the um, auto wake feature. So let's send it. Okay, what is it saying? Um, Run pod debug completed. Did it? Sometimes it just makes up things. Okay, it appears to be finished. You can exit that actually. That is not needed. Sometimes it doesn't run the cleanup properly. Still working, see? It's still working, but it reported that it is completed. So there are still some bugs in agent teams in Cloud Code. The sync is not always proper. This is already in the working tree, but unstaged. Let me commit it. The teammate already implemented the page load recovery fix. All right, okay. Um, Startup reconciliation, page load stale job, both will deploy together to Coolify after push. Oh, I have to tell it. Remember that the deployment is not automatic, so you'll have to trigger the deployment on Coolify using its API. That should go. Job recovery, who marked it failed, the previous agent at 13:16, 51 minutes after creation, row server deployment interrupted. Run pod API keep returning 401. That 401 diagnosis was wrong. Architecture gap fixed. When convex is enabled, front-end polling is completely disabled. Line 7-9 added new fallback. On page load, if there is a stuck processing queued run pod job, fires one get request to the server side status check that checks the endpoint, that calls run pod directly and recovers completed videos. All right, that looks proper. Committed and deploying to, okay, I just jumped the gun. It's already deploying to Coolify now. Deployment ID. Your stuck video is unfortunately lost. RunPod already purged it. Let's verify that. Yep, it's gone, so it's not lying there. All right, okay, what is it doing now? Already done, both commits. Okay, I need to create a new project for doing the auto wake. First, I need to see our agent task mechanism is working. Let's see, let's go to Chrome and we need to go to configuration. So this is the admin configuration page where you can, it's a task. We need to go to task. So there is a keyword research runs in background capabilities. These are all switched off. Authority builder is switched off. What do we need to create a new task? Which will be, but we don't have wake up mechanism. It needs to wake up and also send reminders, set reminders in the database, and which will be picked up by the queue and will be, so basically the agent should wake up and strategize the content, create a plan, and create tasks. These tasks would be autonomous tasks for it, or it should schedule a task, something like if it wants to remind the user in the future about a certain thing, it should be able to schedule the task, and there will be another process that picks up that scheduled task. So that's not agentic. Only the first planning and strategizing is agentic. So that is what we need to do. So that doesn't exist already. We need to create a new project. Okay. I need a new project to add the auto wake up agent mechanism. There is a agent task mechanism, but doesn't actually auto wake up and shut down within a window of time. Can you think about this and look into the code and create a report and send to me in Telegram, and also create a project and attach the PDF to that project. So that should What's happening? Is the internet broken? I wonder if anyone can hear me. I can hear me. All right. Starting a new teammate. All right. It's reporting to me on Telegram. Let's go there. Starting research on brand brain, auto wake agent mechanism. We'll explore existing agent task code and design the auto wake system. All right, what else do we need implemented while that is working? We have to do the agent auto wake agent mechanism. Okay, let's test the if our deployment is finished. Let's test our video generation again, if that works. Where is that? Conversations. Okay, it's not a priority, but this page is very slow. I can maybe add to the backlog. Can you add to the backlog fix to make the agents page faster on BrandBrain? Okay, that should go to the backlog. Where was our... Is this it? No, something like viral wire something. Yeah, this one. All right, so the first video was lost because of the server restart. We'll try generating one again. See if that fix actually works. Generate final video. It's kicking off. Refresh. It persists the state. It doesn't reset the generation status. That is good. My god, my battery is... I'm on power, my battery is still dying. Okay. All right, so has it created the new project? Research complete. Uh, Now creating the project file and PDF report. Oh, this is for the auto wake up mechanism. So what should happen is the agent should wake up at specific intervals and strategize your content strategy and create tasks or schedule tasks in the future. And another process should pick it up. That's the idea. When the time arrives. All right. Okay. Let's see. Still working. We need more bugs to fix. Okay. Brain auto wake up mechanism. Agent task can have time window, start hour, end hour, time zone. System automatically starts task at the window open, stops at window close. That is correct. Works with existing system agent cron service. Admin UI file configuring time windows per task. Well, there are two types of task. Admin task and users can also create their own agent instances. Graceful shutdown of running tasks when the window closes. User level override enable disable per user. Actually, it's not the admin. All right, this one. Actually, the users can also override the window start hour and end hour. So if it is paused, if it's not in that window, the agent will not fire. Well, the process that wakes up the agent will not fire. And also, I want to consider the possibility of the users are able to create agent tasks themselves. I don't know if this functionality is already implemented, but there should be infrastructure for this. Can you have a gander at the code and report back? All right, then. What happened to the previous report? Let's have a look. Agent wake up mechanism. Current architecture, 3 cron services. Schedule prong, okay, every 5 minutes prod per task con expression, configurable, agent task data model. Design options. Option A, time window extension. Extend agent task with active window fields. Cron service checks window before executing minimal changes. Works with existing architecture. No new dependencies. Relies always on server. Relies on always on server. B, external scheduler. External cron service. Coolify Cloudflare worker calls webhooks to wake and sleep task. Handles cold starts. True auto wake. More infrastructure. I don't really want it. External ping for cold start resilience. No, that's just too much work. We should stick to something very simple. Option A is the best, I think, but I have no idea why my laptop is stuck at 8%. Now, admin API, update CRUD endpoints to accept return active window, files to modify. Additional findings on AutoWake. Time windows. No time window fields exist anywhere in the code base. No start hour, end hour, active window. I remember there being a page for creating agents and selecting tools for the agents. This was done a while back. Can you check on that and report back? Right. User created custom tasks are actually scheduled and executed by the cron service. User level override, enable disable per user existing pattern, per user time window override. Users can set their own start and hours. User created custom tasks are actually scheduled and executed by the cron service. Custom tasks create edit forms are functional, currently placeholder. All right, what exists? Three cron services exist. Don't really need auto shutdown. It's not really. Yeah, they don't. The agents don't run that long anyway. Health check endpoint. No way for external monitors to verify cron status. No job queue. No per user time window override. Design options for time window extension. Recommended approach option A. Cold start is actually, yeah, pretty good on recommending stuff. Data model active window and then the cron service and then admin UI time window picker component. Unit test for window checking logic. Let's see what it is doing. Full agent creation systems exist at agents route. Agents list create agents agent ID detail view UI3 lab layout. Agent config. Custom agent creation form is fully built. Task configs. Can you check if there is this feature flag is enabled in the admin UI so I don't have to actually change the environment variable, but I can actually switch it from the admin UI. Is that there? This feature was built a while ago, about 4 months ago. Is it still current with the current data models? Would it work with the current agent execution system? Can you check that? After that, we'll kick off user to review, design, and confirm option A. I'll just say, yes, we can go ahead with the option A, and then I'll say load. Yeah, it has this PDF attached as well. Oh no, don't die. So most of the times when you code with AI, the time is actually spent on planning. It's not actual coding. They're pretty good at that. It's the back and forth that takes most of the time. But even in the last 2-3 hours, we did a number of fixes which wouldn't be possible to do manually. Would take days. Mm-hmm. All right, that should be picked up by Claude. Agent compatibility check. Fine. What else do we need to implement here? We do need to. Okay. What is the status of this avatar generation? Is it still running? Yeah, it is generated. And so, let's see.
This new AI can literally control your computer.
That's too expressive.
It opening apps, clicking buttons, writing code, and completing tasks on its own. The benchmarks are insane. On OS World Verified, which tests how well AI can use computers, GPT 5.4 hits 75%.
I may need to change the voice model. It sounds a bit robotic.
Humans scored 72.4%. This is the first time an AI has actually allowed.
All right, fine. Okay. The next thing in the pipeline is if I go to edit, I can actually. What was it? I forgot. So video is complete, then you can actually add backgrounds. And transcribe. And if I go to the. Huh. All right. Things seem to be broken. Um, can you check my logs why transcribing? Transcribe is not automatic on avatar generation panel in content in chat v3 page, because that transcription should have happened automatically once the audio was generated. Now now there's a transcribe button visible to me. Then when I click on it, there's an error. Can you check in the logs what's happening? Also, create a project to track this bug as well for the transcription bug. So while that is working, I want to actually see if there's an error on the front end. What is the error? Did I run out of OpenAI credits? Oh, no. Otherwise, this wouldn't work. Transcription wouldn't work. All right, the avatar is still
Perform
a bit
people
off.
at computer work. We're not building chatbots anymore. We're building AI. This new AI can literally control your computer.
That is so funny.
This new AI can literally control your computer. I'm not talking about.
That's actually recognizing my Indian accent and shaking the head and everything.
This new AI can literally control your computer.
I should. What should I do here? Yeah, it's a bit robotic that, but that's fine. I'll fix it in the next version, I think. First, I need some feedback from users.
The benchmarks are insane. On OSWorld Verified, which tests how well
It also depends on the script generated, how well it speaks. Yeah, I think I will start a different influencer account and try with a different avatar. So I'm not really good at like reading, um, yeah, reading these things. So all right, okay. What is it doing? Got it. Creating a multi-account project for BandBrain. Will research the code, design the architecture, global versus account scoped preferences, create project file with MD report, generate PDF, and send to you. Reading the archived project file. Oh, okay, I did have another project, so maybe I do have the faceless YouTube thing that needs to be connected to this app. So this is basically avatar videos. The other ones are not avatar videos, but long YouTube long form videos that needs to be connected. It is done. I think. Oh, it's sort of done. I think. Maybe we should work on this. Loading your project. I need to connect this somehow to the main app. So it could be a. It could be. So that's a separate app on its own, but it also could be a app under here. Creating a multi-account project for BrandBrain, starting multi-account design, research complete. Now designing the architecture, creating project file and PDF report. All right, it's saying transcription fix is deployed. Let's verify that. So if I go to the edit page, transcribe, okay, seems to be working. Huh, maybe I need to refresh. Edit, transcribe. Oh no, not to that one. I'm still getting, no, that doesn't have the error. I'm still getting an error while trying to transcribe. Right, our multi-account design is ready. Let's see what it says. If it's too complicated, then we wouldn't do it right now. Current state analysis, entity, report presence architectural design, user preferences, content defaults. That's fine, I think. We can start with, even if you don't have different brand voices for different accounts, no, this is too complicated. Um, Publishing profiles, AI content variation engine. Now I need to think about this actually. How would it handle content? See, if I write content for one connection, that gets rephrased and rewritten to. So if I have two Instagram accounts, the same content rephrased into two separate pieces goes. When piece one is approved, the other one is generated automatically and scheduled to the. Huh. Then there is the question of different niches. I think it's complicated. Right. Okay. We'll just put this on hold actually. I need to think about it a little bit. I actually need to read this fully. Um, User preferences, new fields, social connection entity, where connection preference overrides. When AI agents, AI generates content for connection X. I think what we can do is like have one primary account. When something is published to that, the other ones are auto rephrased and done with different avatars. Or we could connect an avatar to a connection. Yeah, I need to read this. I'm going to table this for now. Table the multi-account creation feature, my multi-account feature for BrandBrain for now. Put it on hold. Move the project to on hold. I need to have a look, read the report in detail and have a think about this. All right, I'm going to end it there, I think. Maybe come back and start the stream again. I do have to do some other work.